Okay, so we're live, guys. So I did just peel back the cover and put some flux on the board. I was recording and I thought I was streaming, but I was actually recording, so I wasn't getting you guys. I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. Just wanted to stream. Just 1 second. Okay. Let me just 1 second, guys. I just got one of my. Just gonna send.
When Sean gets here, I can still work. He's my cousin.
No problem. Okay, so we are going to. Okay. It's my lovely wife who takes apart phones and puts them together again, tests them, handles the shipping. Okay. So you can see when we pull, if we have some flat pads like this one and this one, that's good. Okay, so that means you got the IC up just in a very good time. And just focus this for you guys. And you weren't in there too long. Okay, so some you can be in there a little bit longer, and some like this, you risk damaging baseband CPU on the other side. So you always stand a risk damaging the board from overheating the board, sometimes more than others. So you'll see a lot of guys. Let me just turn on my exhaust fan. You'll see a lot of guys, will try to do this repair and end up with a phone that doesn't get signal, an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus. And so that can be a problem, right? So you have to be really careful, that you've sent your phone off to somebody who can handle the work that you're sending. I recommend to do your research, like anything. Somebody should have a portfolio, I believe. Okay. So now we're going to come in with the wick. These pads aren't perfect. I don't know. I'm not trusting this end of this wick for some reason right now is my issue. So we'll just go back over it. This other side is very trustworthy though. The flip side that I was just on before I flipped it there wasn't trustworthy. And I don't know how to explain that even to you, but it just wasn't. It's just something that You can just feel, and it doesn't feel even, flat. Um, it doesn't feel. Um, if you guys like the video, please just drop me a like. It really helps out. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't feel uniform there, you know, so I don't know. Okay, so now that we've done that, what we're going to do now is we're going to run these jumpers. Okay. A little bit more flux. Okay, so I've recently, my standard tip, micro pencil tip, is just completely shit the bed, and all my backups have completely shit the bed. And I ordered, but I haven't got yet, so I don't know. These tips take a long time to get to me, but I did find this hook. I have a lot of tips that I just don't use. I don't know. This is like so strange because I'm right-handed, but I just sort of switched up what I would normally do there. Okay, so cut this now. Okay, good. So we're gonna run 4 jumpers. This was the second one, or the first one. We're moving on to the second one now. So, okay. Yeah, so this hook tip, actually, you know, before, many moons ago when I got it to try it, hated it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It just kind of goes to show that, you know, when you've done this work for a long time, you can almost use anything. I remember when I was closing up my store, um, I had to do a few jobs on the spot for clients that were coming in. One of my last days, I think it was my very last day. Interestingly enough, I left a scope and my original hardware gear there until the last day. Um, so yeah, I was able to, you know, I could definitely see the difference in the quality. Okay, so sorry about that. Oh, we gotta cut that now. What was I saying? Yeah, it just goes to show that you know, when you've been doing this for a while, you can really use. Okay, so sorry, yeah, one of my I need some charge port sensing, and one of my wholesalers was messaging me. Yeah, you can really, you know, I mean, you can see the quality difference when you use the other stuff. Absolutely, but you can also see, especially I gotta say, you know, when it comes to the hot air, specifically for me, anyways, I can say, yeah, you can really get by with hot air. Is it's not necessary to buy a JBC. I'd say that. I can say that in all confidence. It's not necessary at all. Okay. Yeah. Um, it's nice. It's nice. Again, you can see the difference. There's little things that are different. Like I like, for instance, on the JBC, I've got a nozzle that's just it's not available on the Quick, and it's just the stock nozzle. It comes with the unit, and it's very nice, right? And taking the nozzles off the Quick is a nightmare. If you guys are watching and you know, you can attest to that. Taking the nozzles off, putting them on is painful, but taking them off is worse. I mean, it is. Whew. Drop a comment if you know about the Quick pain. So yeah, I mean but I do like the Quick. You know, the Quick has a small nozzle that's very long, stock nozzle. I think it comes with 3 nozzles. I think the Quick. JBC comes with 4. I think the Quick only comes with 3. Yeah, that's true, 3. And wow, it's I like the. What up, Nuke? It's my buddy down in Memphis. Um, yeah, if you guys are know about the pain of the Quick, ooh, it's brutal. And I mean, while we're on a rant of changing tips, I mean the Hakko is not that great either. The Hakko iron, I have FM203, but because I have the 203, I don't ever change tips. Very, very rare. But then I use the Weller. So I use 3 different tips, and one I use on the Weller. It's a pretty fat one. I'm sure the same one is available on the. You guys see that? Did I need to turn down the brightness? Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Just more ranting. What was that? Okay, so okay, we're just gonna heat this. Did we just heat this? We did. All right. So sorry about all the distractions, guys. And let me minimize. Yeah, that was too bright. That was too bright. Should turn it. And my wife is asking me to get the supplier to send me his shipping address because he sends me work also, which is nice. That's what she's coming in and asking about. Let's see. Pardon?
I asked for twice for his address.
Shipping address?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
And why do we have to send him money? Or he owes us money?
I need to buy some charging ports from him. I have a few of these jobs here. Oh, I don't have. I guess I'll just put a little bit more flux down.
If he could drop it off at Cindy's. Where he's going to Cindy's.
No, it's fine.
Send him money.
Okay, so that's probably pretty good. We're gonna turn the brightness back up a little bit. so hopefully that's smooth for you guys.
Mile wire.
Yeah.
Mile wire. Wireless.
Right. Okay, so that should be good. And sometimes underheat these actually, because I get a lot of these that are.
Alex
Let's
says
put this on the
Wi-Fi,
phone.
but there's no Wi-Fi.
What do you mean? Oh, go in and you can go in and connect though. I was connecting it to my hotspot because the antennas weren't connected, so I used my phone because it's close proximity. So our router is far away. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna make a video. Right? Or
Sure. Not sure if this battery has charged in it or not, but we're gonna find out now. Okay, it's looking like it does. Okay, so we booted up here, but we have a passcode. Hmm. Okay, so the next thing we can do is, I guess, is take a SIM tray from another device and put my SIM in there and see if I can get a call to the device, because gotta test everything, and it's the only way we have to test. So pretty inconvenient, but it's is what it is. We have to do a good job for our clients. Okay, so sometimes I guess I could. Oh, my SIM is in another phone now. Let's see, there's another phone. This one. Let's just put this. Oh no, that's an iPhone. Okay. Hope you guys don't always see now, right? So let me put up another scene for you guys. Put his. That's mine. That's his old one, but take mine out of there. He needs a new one of those.
where is what is this?
It's a front-facing camera.
In here?
Yeah. You don't even have to put that one back. You can just take that one out, mine out, and leave his there because it's broken anyways. It'll save him a moment. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We are going to make a new scene in OBS so you guys can see. It's the talk show scene. So, scope. Let's call it scope. We will give you guys. Let's see. So, yeah, that's what I should have over here, right? Okay, okay. Okay, so we have signal now. Okay, so can you call my phone? And then I'm gonna pick up, and we're gonna see if I can hear you right now. I'm gonna be able to show you guys watching that you can do that by playing it on speakerphone. So let me just put this on. Oh, well, you can hear sounds. Okay, but here, let's see. Hello? Speak back? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Talk again? Yeah, okay. So you guys can see that that works. So that's an audio IC in about 20 minutes, I guess, which is actually pretty long. That felt more like an hour to me because that just felt very long. Usually get those done in about 10 minutes. But okay, so this is the housing that it came in also. So we just unplug the battery and unplug the screen again. Into a bubble wrap and we'll put the housing, this nice piano black, into another housing. Rubber band those two things together. And price it and we're done. Okay, so that's one thing down. Now I know we do have one. This is a Rush fixer for data. And let's see what, I'm not sure what this is. It's an iPad 820 3356. A lot of you guys probably already know what this is, but it looks like a 3 to me. Yeah. Yeah, you can just use it on Wi-Fi. Okay, so 820. Let me just switch you guys back to microscope view. So this is an 820 3356. I should be able to use yours. This is a 4th gen, okay? So this is what we got here, 4th gen. So looks like it was maybe in for a screen change, or maybe it was in because it was dead. I'm not too sure. So let's see what we can figure out here. Where are you guys? Okay, so we're gonna get some iPad 4 housing right now, guys. Sorry about the extra noise when I walk into this other room here. That's pretty loud. Okay, so iPad 4 housing and screen. So let's just first see what happens when we plug in the charging port. Okay, so charging port, and I'm just going to see what type of current draw we get. I suppose I should switch. I can switch back and forth for you guys. Show you guys. So it's pulling an amp, 1.7, 1.6. So it's definitely not a charging problem. This is weird. Let's see. Let me check my battery voltage here. Let's go to this here. Battery 3.7, so that's going to be good. So, don't tend to work on a lot of iPads, but a lot more, of course, iPhone and Samsung stuff. I work on. Let's see if we have an iPad battery screw here or something we can use for an iPad battery screw. I think it's not like it. Okay, that seems to work just great. Okay, and so let us just disconnect that again. Put that aside. And always for safety, so put down, just separate the battery, even though it's not even screwed in. Just charge port. Show you guys the struggle of the plugging in things. Okay. And let's get the screen plugged in. Okay, now we're going to remove the card, screw. Okay, so it doesn't reboot. These guys.
Right, it has nothing to do with luck, you're just a bit.
No. Okay, so now battery down. Well, let's just plug it in and see what it pulls on the ammeter. 0.9. So again, and it's turning on. Very strange. Well, this is a preferred client of mine, so we give them a pass. Sometimes if you send something that's, I don't have a digitizer plugged in here, so I'm not going to be able to tell if it's touching or not. I just didn't expect it to turn on. Yeah. So, okay guys, so I'm just going to just do something on the microscope real quick. Okay, so this one's ours, right? Yeah. Okay, so this one's here. So this is taking a long time to boot. So that could be why it was sent in. In such case, we'll just plug in a home button and we will try and put it into recovery and update it. We'll give it a few more minutes.
So I'm not putting it back.
Yes, that's right. Oh, lost a lot of viewers in the past few minutes. It's definitely not as exciting as iPhone 7 home button go go go. Sorry. What are we gonna do? You know, maybe I'll change the and other. It's Boxing Day. Oh, and other repairs. Okay, so yeah, the first 20 minutes are iPhone 7 with no sound, how to fix it, and then the other rest of the time is just, you know. Okay, see that? So we're just waiting. I mean, we're waiting here. So we're gonna get a home button now and a digitizer. I'm just gonna pop this thing into recovery and see if that doesn't solve the issue. Could put just the home button, I guess, but we might as well put a digitizer because we're probably going to need to touch. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. So we're gonna take out the LCD first. Plug in this top fan. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. It's a front-facing camera, rear camera, I think. Or it's just front light. Just fix this. Pardon? Something wrong happened? Okay. Give me a moment.
Did you try boosting the battery out ever?
Yeah. Okay, that's digitizer. Plug in the home button now. Okay, so I switch you guys back here. I like to. I'm so blind that I need to use this microscope. Leave the speaker out. So, in the way. Okay, dear, give me a moment. Oh. I used to grab these like this. Actually, like this. It's been so long. I guess that's on. Okay, we're gonna find out. So, plug back in the digitizer. Okay. Oh. Okay. Screw down the battery. Close it up like so. Switch you guys back to the iris scope one. Okay, and now we're going to hold the home button and plug it in. Oh, right, we gotta hold this charge port too. Plug it in. Yep. Oh, just give me a second. Okay, hopefully I got that right. Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna go over to iTunes. We're gonna choose to update this device. And just leave it. Let's see. Like that. Okay. So you guys will get to see now what happens. Waiting for iPad. Okay, let's go see what's going on out here with the. Do you need this fixed or no? Yeah. Well, are you still watching? Oh, okay. So when the controller goes off, you have to press the X, and then it turns on, and then press this A. We're having trouble playing this title right now, so try a different one, they say. Okay, there you go. All right. Waiting for an iPad and a little spinny. Uh-oh. So this could be the problem. Waiting for iPad. Waiting for iPad. Let's make sure we're all properly plugged in still here. Oh. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Verifying updated iPad software. I may see a noticeable decrease in my subscriber count as YouTube removes spam from my channel. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. My subscriber count is pretty low to begin with, so I don't know. Verifying iPad updated software. Come on. Come on, little iPad. You can do it. You can fix. You can update just fine, right? Really want like some little snack right now, man. So if you guys can, any of you guys want to mail me a snack, like you guys have any special candy in your neck of the woods, the special chocolate bars that I probably don't have in Canada, just feel free. We're still just stuck on verifying. So this is probably going to take some time, but I bet it's going to be worth it. So we're just going to leave that do its thing. So sorry that sometimes the YouTube channel can be boring. We did lose a few of you guys, but it's not a channel to be hanging about if you're weak. You have to be strong here. You have to have something you're doing for yourself. Jeepers creepers. But just kidding. Wow, it's taking forever, is it not, to verify? So verifying should be just like something that's just done. Edgeport's good. Seeming to me. So all we can do is just wait. So while we're waiting, if you guys have any types of jokes or anything you want to tell me, or how about I give you guys a little. Here you go. So this is the DC power supply that I use. See there, DC power supply. It's written there for me just in case I forget what it is. So that is the DC power supply, right? And up above you can see here JC C1. This is a great tool. Use it quite often. It was goodbye for me. WL120A, beast of a machine. It's been working just great for me for quite some time. FM203 by Hako. It's pretty good. Got the dual irons there, right? You can see I got the third iron over there because I used the WD1, the Weller there, and the JBC hot air station, and then the Quick over there. You can see I built this exhaust. Started this exhaust a few years ago at my shop. Same thing, and it's been running very strong all the time. And of course, Master Yoda. You see, you get to know. Sometimes you don't have the answer, so you've got to call on the boss. And so we're stuck on verifying iPad software for quite some time. A21, thingamajig. I mean, I suggest that if you're going to use a handle, the W900 Art Knife, it's made in Japan. So yeah, the Gootwick CP1515, absolutely great. And the other wicks, and the way I have my power supply set up is I have this iPower box. So you can see I've opened this up and I've wired in a different wire. I've wired in these alligator clips, okay? And so that can just boom plug in, and then that way I can still have the use of something else. So, and really I could even move these back. So I could have something else, alligator, hooked into here. So I suggest, you take these little plastic things off. You won't have any use for those. Okay. Yeah. That's a little tour, but we're still waiting here, so I'm going to have to. Well, we're just gonna have to take apart our own phone, I guess.
What phone?
We'll take apart no, this one. Like instead of waiting, or we could just go back over to this pile here. Actually, in this box here. User. All right, so let's see what else we can do here for you guys. Restarting issues. Number 2 is just nothing. Touch issues with service. Touch issues and no service, okay? And touch issues. So may as well just do a boring touch issue while we're here, while we're waiting, because we're gonna have to wait on this one for some time. So we're gonna go ahead and just switch you guys back over to this iPad out of the way, because I suggest that the iPad is just sit until it fails, actually, because well, stuck on verifying is probably going to be NAND, actually. Okay, so, but, okay, so this is touch issues, phone number 4. All right. Okay, so we're just going to get our hot air station on. Drop the temperature. Set that out of the way. So, let's see. You guys can see that. That's good. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about anything you may be working on or anything like that, it's a good time right now while I'm doing this repair to just go ahead and ask me. I give you permission to pick my brain right now for free if you're watching the live stream. If it's after the live stream, I'm sorry, but your time is no longer. So I won't be answering any questions about repairs other than the ones that I'm doing after the live stream. But right now, it's a big opportunity to go ahead and pick my brain. So we're just picking away this underfill. Those of you guys who
Paid you a thing plus for Omaha.
I have no idea. Why? Why didn't she come back? Oh. Okay, so we're just cleaning away this underfill. Reason being, we don't want to have any secondary issues afterwards. Just clean all this away. And I'm going to put on some tunes for myself because you guys ask me questions. Live stream. Okay, now we're going to flip the board over. Let's get this in. Just put a little heat sink down there to hold down that. Oh, so it's good, isn't it? Oh, whoops. Oh, that's what you guys do. So put down a little bit of flux. Alright, we gotta crank up the heat. Okay. I'm just gonna throw this old solder away. Good. Get our wick out. Where was that doing? I was showing you guys the wick. I'll just cut this wick. Plus, yep. There. Maybe a little bit of flux down there. Okay. Now we're going to take the chip and we're going to just re-roll it. Okay, so let me turn the brightness down for you guys. How's that? That's pretty good. Okay. So, just going to clean the. Oh. Okay, flux off. Everything has to be clean when you do this work, okay? So you always want your stuff to be clean, okay? So just clean this. Boom. Okay, then we're going to get our 6 pencil. I'm going to put, there's one ball there that has some flux in the hole. You'll probably see it, but that'll be fine. That'll be just fine. Okay, so we've got our solder paste in now. Where you guys can see. Okay, so now just come in. And so for me, I don't change the temperature. It just takes too much time. I just use the same 450, and well now it's at 37 airflow. Okay, and just swing. So now I can boom right down there. Okay, boom, beautiful. Okay, so you see the one that had the flux, it's just fine. They're all just fine. So just pull this out. Do one more little blast now, and that'll correct that ball that I poked. And the other ones. See the top left ball is a little bit, tiny bit, just a fraction smaller than. Actually, that looks fine. So, let's just put that. actually, it's good. Okay, so. Let me just zoom out for you guys. Check upside down. Check our orientation. Arch it back down. Okay. Okay, now on the 6, it goes pretty close to that audio I see. And that resistor there. So let's turn the brightness back up for you guys. See a little bit better. Okay, so now we're just coming with the air. Okay, so that'll be good. So just also, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's one. Yeah, it was just inside the chip. I just wanted to get out. Okay. It's cooling the board now on the fan. And we'll get out iPhone 6 screen to test if it's working. We'll get out iPhone 6 DC power supply cable. So what I'll do now is change you guys over to this view so you guys can see. So I'm going to use the iPower box here. Okay, just plug in my iPhone 6 cable here. Plug in the screen. Okay, we're going to plug in the screen. Okay, 6 plus 6. Plug that in there. Turn on the power supply. Turn on the device. Okay, so that's turning on now. So far, looks good. Let's go and we'll decide what we'll work on next. So next we'll take that other iPad, just to update you guys, is still stuck on verifying iPad software. So we're literally going to leave it. Might use we're going to try 3U tools next and see what happens with 3U. Pretty sure it's going to fail, you know, around the point where it's going to say NAND. Let's see, this one doesn't have any, oh, it's turns off on its own. Oh, this one has no touch. So we're going to try another screen. This could be, just wasn't happy with the way that digitizer was plugging in, so. FPC looks fairly alright.
I seriously think thought that he was talking either to yourself or to
To what?
to your boyfriend. Every time I go up there, you're
Oh,
talking. You do that to those California.
oof. Okay, so that's fucked up. So let me get a screen that I got a bunch of bad iPhone 6 screens anymore. They've just been plugged in and unplugged so many times. Let's see if this one's good. You know, there's a rare case where you have to replace Mason, or you have to redo. Oh, shit. Weird. Seems sort of weird. Let's just clean up the FPC connector. Okay, so you can see, over here, there's like, it's not perfect. You can see it's taking a little bit of damage here. The FPC, that is. And here, a little bit. But those things shouldn't stop us from having touch. Okay, so let's. So this one works, but if you see this one, look at that. Look at the FPC connector on that, huh? But it works. But it's like, ooh, it plugged in very nice. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's try this one. Okay, so moving up nice. Yeah, so sometimes, there's the rare case where you have to actually replace Mason or you have to reball Cumulus. So those are more rare. Come on. I feel like while this is booting, I should just start on the next one, but just keep the train going. Okay, so we've got touch. Okay, of course we've got touch. So we're dealing with a couple of bad screens there. So you guys see that? We've got touch. Okay, so that's fixed. That's my most busted. Okay, and our next one, what did we see? We got this one was touch issues and no service. Okay, so this could be like, we're probably looking at touch IC and baseband CPU, but we're gonna do touch first so we can, that would make sense, right? Oh, wait a second. This is a 6S. Touch issues, 6S. Alright. That's not normal. So let's see here, let's just take, don't really see anything that would be knocked off yet. Usually you'd see some real damage right away.
You know what's so scared? Lisa was coming over here. And then, you better not fucking say shit around Richard.
Like what?
Well, because Lisa doesn't have kids, but every time she's around kids, she's like, you gotta be kid, and but like she's always preaching to kids. And but she's like it's my friend's kid. I want them to be kids. I don't want them to be asshole kids, right? And don't pull that shit up on Richard. Richard's so chill, he don't care. He was like,
Well, let's test this phone. Just test this now that we know it's a 6S. So we'll put away the.
so this thing's not component, charge.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with
But then
it.
that's why it should be like,
But I fixed it and charged him, and then he sent it back, and I told him to try a new ear speaker because it worked with mine, but not with his. And then he said he did with two, and he sent it back, and then when I tried with mine, it's all good. And I told him, I'm like, come on, man, like you're sending me two things. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly right. No, it is because it's like, when you send your stuff out for repair, guys, make sure that you don't have a parts problem. Because if you do have a parts problem, it's quite a waste on the time of the technician who has to take this stuff in.
This
And,
one says non.
yeah.
Take it apart.
Just it's already. Yeah, that's how he sent it. No screws, no nothing. So just put it into that's his box right there, that Purelator box there, and then just send it to him, and I'll send you his contact so you can send him the bill. Okay, so this screen is probably.
So close it all up, like attach everything, or no?
No, I would just send it separately. Like just disconnect the screen, send the screen, and then.
Where's the phone? Where's the phone?
Oh, you guys are still. Yeah.
You said put it in.
Yeah, his box is that Purelator box right there. That box or that one that says Purelator on it. Okay, so we're just gonna plug this in.
Did you thank her for driving your button?
Then we're gonna try. Okay, so you can see this turns on now properly. Always a problem with screens around. So what happens when Facebook. Let's see. Facebook notifications. Okay, so this phone's on now. It's touching for me. Alrighty, well, let's put it into a housing and see about
I so gotta make this work.
signal now. It says no service also.
We know what the best. So I told Jackie, my mom, that 3 boys are coming. I don't have gifts for them. I know they're coming. With gifts, and I can't make them dinner. Like I can't I don't have time for this stuff. I gotta work. So her store closed. She opened it, and then she gave me 3 cakes at cost. She sold them for $30. She gave it to me for $15 each, but she didn't charge me one, and she gave the girls bath bombs. But we used their red envelope money to get more Christmas gifts. Then she drove Kira home, and her husband had to drive to Collingwood because she left her shop keys in his truck, and he was in Collingwood, and she had to make him drive home, give her keys.
Okay, so we're going to what?
was a month.
Let me just send you his contact, okay? I forgot what I quoted him, that's all.
Oh, I gotta order more purely tonight.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so
How would that help me find out how much it is?
he'll just tell you. Baseband CPU, iPhone 7. Okay, so we've got that in. Let's get my SIM. Where's my SIM? Oh, lost the SIM card. Alright, well, the iPad, guys, we're gonna have to. Unplug it.
Baseband CPU, is that what right
We're gonna try. Ooh, where? 6. Pardon me?
now? Baseband CPU is what I'm charging.
That's what you're charging him for, yeah.
Did we pay for shipping?
No.
So we have to pay for the
Yes. Is what it is. We're just trying through your tools, guys. Okay, gotta find my SIM card. Oh, it's this one. And then we need a 6S SIM tray. Oh boy. So
He says he doesn't remember.
what a guy. Say fine, I'll check with Richard.
I'm looking up on here. I'll see if this is.
It's okay, just tell him that. Oh hey, I found a 6S SIM tray. Look at that. Inside of a 6S. It's actually mine. It's amazing. It's amazing. Total performance. Not working on 3. Yes, we're going to connect this to iTunes. Get this activated. Let's see what you guys are watching now. Hey, Lucas and JC. What's happening, guys? Just drop me a like if you can. That would really help. And subscribe. That'd be awesome. Oh, okay, so yeah, you guys can see here. I'm just connecting this to iTunes so we can activate it. There we go. We can activate it now. Touch ID failed, of course, because it's not the original. It's not even the screen, but I get signal. Huh. That's weird. This phone said that it's doesn't touch and it doesn't get signal, but I get both. So you see, this is the problem, you know, like you get these devices and you know, that just wasted. I mean, I could go back now in the video and see how much of my time that actually just wasted, you know. Yeah, and I just, you know, there's only so much time in a day, and when you have so many jobs, it's gotta it's gotta make sense. This just seems okay to me. Okay, so where is this? It seems okay. Seems fine. Seems fine. Okay, what do we got here? We got a 6. It says turns off on its own. Turns off on its own. Okay. Yeah, just oh boy. This 6 is pretty bent actually. All right. Well, let's see. I'm not very motivated anymore to work on these projects from this box now, but 6. Ah, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is going to be. Okay, I'm going to check the EEPROM reading. So this is going to be exciting for you guys actually. This one. So this should be an exciting repair. Okay. Um, yeah. What we're going to do here is okay. Pump that up. Meter, put our meter back in diode mode. Okay. Ah, and switch you guys to the scope. Okay, so what we're going to do now here, guys, is we're going to check EEPROM resistors. We're going to see what these are going to be. Jumping around a lot. Not quite what what I expected, but for 70, 80, 70, 60, 70, 80, 70, it shouldn't be jumping around. Expecting it when I press on it. $4.90. It's jumping around a lot. Let's take the CPU shield off. I'm quite certain, the bend in this board is quite significant. So let's just see. See, when we take the CPU shield off, if our diode reading on the EEPROM resistors changes, which I would expect any type of little extra stress now on this board to show me that is a problem. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's flip it over and check those EEPROM resistors. Let the board cool. So now just put the board into the exhaust fan, just so that it'll cool a little faster. Or 50. All right, well, let's pump it into the housing and see what's going on then. I really still think this is the problem, but my reading is it's jumping around a bit, but not high like I would expect. And even when I press on it, it doesn't jump up high like I would expect. So, pop this baby on. DC power supply here. See what's going on with our current draw there. Oh boy. Yeah, do that. All right.
other gunner's phone?
Yeah, actually, if you could first take apart these, would be more helpful, I think, because that would keep me working. You know. Okay, so we're just going through the
So,
activation process on this phone, guys. I need another iPhone 6.
he says he owes other money too. He says he owes you a lot of money.
Okay, just tell him to send what he owes.
So you don't know.
I have to look at it. He's not going to rip us off. Just tell him, just send what you owe, man. I know that he owes other money. And I know I can find it, but like, he's not going to rip us off, so just send it. I'm tired. This has been going on for months with him. He's a nice guy, though.
Okay, so I take apart these phones.
Take apart those phones, yes, please. You know what? Let's just here. Just start with these two, and just keep, and then do these like this. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Like that.
What is all this?
Take them apart. I need them.
What?
I need those. I need you to take those apart.
I don't want to do this.
Okay, just take apart the phones first. Don't worry about those other things.
You're still gonna make me do these though, so why don't I just fucking put them on here?
Okay, go ahead. Put one on there. Huh. Well. Oh. It did just restart now, though. Uh-huh.
Both or just the white?
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we get error 9, okay? Let's update this phone and just see if we get an error 9. It's what I really think we're in for with this phone, to be honest. But it's not showing us yet. Just eating like grilled cheese. Ha, ha.
Kira made it.
Hmm?
Kira made it.
Oh man, I just thought I made grilled cheese.
Huh? You just thought of grilled cheese?
No. I only want one though.
Yeah, but the other one's for.
Oh. Without a string. Nice.
That whole block of cheese is like $40. Like, and I just put this on top.
No.
And then they need a. So I put this.
It's his old one? Yeah. Pop it in his box so it's out of here.
I don't have to charge it. Where's
I don't know. Or whatever. Wherever it's out of the way.
okay, what's the e-transfer email?
Like I think it's like around $500 or something. You guys can see I'm in my long johns. Okay, so we'll just let you guys see this. Restore.
He said 450. Plus, yes. That's it, right?
Oh, hey, here's my lid to my UV stuff. Alright. So I think we're happy to be back after the holidays. Although I work from home, so it's a little different. Did go skiing the last few days, thought it was nice. Won't be able to go today though because my middle daughter has tutoring around the time that we would normally go.
Have family over.
Oh, family over? Well, you know, we just go with them.
What?
We just go with them, don't we?
One of them is like a newborn. How are you gonna go?
Oh,
Maybe he can take Nelson's phone back.
yeah. Maybe Nelson should have sent him that one phone.
Where is this Think Monkey box? Sell that. I can tell. Think Monkey, wait. That's for apps, right?
Well, just throw it on the shelf here and then figure it out.
But this is Think Monkey right here.
Okay, great. Put it in there then. Ah. So you guys get to hear what goes on in the lab and see what goes on in the lab. The chaos. The first few hours can often be slow going, and then all of a sudden it's bang, 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 bang. Especially once Jackie gets all the boxes open for me. That's good. Oh, the phone's still updating, so it's weird.
Sending 520. We don't deal with that. No one makes us deal with that. We prepare for every cell visit and we don't give out invoices. Please just don't complicate the issue. I'm gonna send you taxes. So can I get an invoice? Okay. Old bill was $425, new bill is $80 plus 50 is shipping. 520 he sent, right? I thought you were blocked from this. Why at 1:15 am I getting a Meaford area business? Did it go back up?
Hmm?
Did it go back up?
What?
Your Meaford thing. Your Meaford fence. Is at 1:15. Right now.
I didn't put any. I'm not. Yeah, we don't have time for it. Just take those ones apart from me. Still updating this one. Installing phone firmware right now.
Give her the grilled cheese.
one grilled cheese for you, madame. You don't want? You don't want grilled cheese?
Don't want.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Just, fixing phones. I'm updating a iPhone right now. Just saw the weirdest thing. Just saw Lyman Lau posting cheers, someone else, and two other guys actually in the photo cheersing, and they're all shirtless and all have shorts on, and they look like they're in a hotel, and their top button is undone on all the shorts, all three of them. That's just so strange. I don't understand that tradition. Wait. I don't understand that tradition at all. So this Chinese guy, who's probably the best, on his Facebook page, to you right now. Look at his Facebook post. It's what is that? They're in a hotel and they're cheersing and they're all topless and they all have their top button undone on their shorts. They're all wearing shorts. They all look the same. But no, the shorts are different. Their top buttons are undone.
Yeah, they're like full and fat.
It's a joke?
It's a fucking joke, dude.
That is such a weird, funny joke, man. I
By summer, you're gonna be that guy.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna be that guy.
I'm gonna be that guy by summer.
Huh?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be topless. I'm gonna be shirtless with my top button undone, cheersing two guys in a hotel room.
It looks like they just came out of a sauna.
Maybe.
So they're probably like hot as fuck. And they had a cold beer. You know, it's like where did they go? What was it? They went to Korea? Where were they? Yeah, you don't want to do stuff at their house.
Those are different ones. Come on, little phone, restore. Verifying restore. Jeepers creepers, so slow right now. Well, Jackie's taking apart iPhone 7. Your typical audio IC problem. Yeah. I'll have to do those in just a moment, but we're just waiting for this to restore. There we go. Restored. Well, we didn't get error 9 it restored. See if it'll restart again now. Just keep in mind it did go to what was it? This one. Send. Get it activated. So if you guys care, this is my preferred stencil for the baseband CPU. Outside. It's a WL. Very nice, very nice. But other than that, I just use the Clone Me for all the regular iPhone stuff that I do. For the Samsung stuff, I just use Cheapy Stencil. That's all you can really find for them. On my phone,
You have to rip it up and shove it in her mouth, and then she's like, oh, it's good.
on my phone update. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We got the jack. Come on, phone. Oh, yeah. So just use this opportunity to pick up my desk a little bit now. iPad through 3D Tools. Hey, here's my tweezers, which I guess, they still haven't been fully retired now that they've turned up. Those of you that have been with me from the beginning know what I'm talking about. Lizard.
What's the temperature need to be for me to open that iPad?
Well, it's set to like 70, I think, and it's should be fine by the time it reaches temperature, I would imagine. Yeah. But just keep doing the phones. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna do the iPad while that's doing that. So we're just gonna try and 3D Tools. 3D Tools is gonna tell me it's an AMP problem. I'm sure of it. Okay, we're in recovery. Now, if you're gonna use 3D Tools, and you need the data, you're gonna have to remember to checkmark retain user data while flashing. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys that. Yeah. See that? So it's right here. Retain user data while flashing and run with the flash and jailbreak tab. Can you see how that works? Okay. So, okay, so the high pad is going to recovery mode now. 11%. Show you guys that.
tour how they go,
Sounds great. It sounds great. So iPhone, you can see, is just taking a long time. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're at 19% on the iPad on 3U Tools, and I don't really expect it to get much further. 20. Checking file system. Look at this iPhone, does keep resetting now that I've restored it, and it keeps doing that progress bar. Alright, so that's going to take a little bit of investigating. We've got all these other things that we need to get out quickly, so what we're going to do is pop that back into the clean box.
Did anybody watch?
I mean, I was up to 6, but now only 7 are watching now. Yeah. So guys, we're going to just do another iPhone 7 audio IC in the meantime here. So, let's see. OBS, okay. You guys can see, just put it in the jig. Okay. And then what I like to do is, I like to use this fan. It keeps things very safe for the basement CPU. It does take a little bit longer, but I've gotten over the scare of that. So. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to switch you guys over to, I'm going to turn up the brightness. Focus. Camera, right? Okay, so now, just going to pop out. Okay. Make sure you guys can see. You guys can see. Okay, so again, it's just let's get a nozzle on. Nozzle. There, down a bit. Okay, so I'm using 450. My heat's set to 450 centigrade. And my airflow is at 38 currently. Okay, a little bit of whoops, a little bit of slide there. But you can see our ground pad is flat, okay? But you can also see that the slide made this ball pretty big, right? So it's not, and this ball, it went over to here. Those are just the things that you're gonna get to know you know, the more you do this, you'll get to notice those things. But again, you know, I mean, it just depends what you want to do. My services are so cheap that for a lot of people, it just doesn't make sense for them to want to do this. But it is interesting. So if you guys do have a shop, my B2B pricing is so reasonable. Just send me a message on WhatsApp. My number's there. Okay. And I'll shoot you out a price list.
Lisa said, "Where did you make Richard?" Why you don't? Yes. How could you see that?
All right. So our pads are clean now. Now we're just going to run our jumpers with our nice new tweezers. So that's just a piece of jumper wire. Jumper wire. It is a piece of wick that I've cut, and that's where I get my jumper wires from. For like this and Touch IC and Baseband CPU, or you know, anytime that you don't need a shielded jumper, this is, and it's not that long. This is what I use. And then, of course, we have copper coated jumper wire. We're just going to zoom in a bit here because, as you guys know, I'm very blind. Okay. So because I bent that one, I will just flip it around now because I straight up. Again, I'm not using the T30-I micro pencil tip that I normally use. This is a hooked one. My normal one is, I got some on the way, but the ones that I have are just completely cooked. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to my old tweezers. You can see struggling to grab that wire there a little bit. Okay. These are just, look at them there. They're so abused, but they work. Oh, we have to flip it this way. Yeah, but this hooked one is not bad. You know, it seems actually the tip seems stronger, and I'm adjusting to it. Just talking by myself. But I mean, if they said something in the comments, then I could answer that. So if anybody has any questions that's watching, shoot a question now. Some people said hi. I got 4 comments. You know, it's a small, very small YouTube channel, and it's kind of probably boring. Long live streams are not normally people's favorite. Okay, so we'll turn down the brightness a little bit. Q-tip. Okay, just clean that up. Alright, get out our iPhone 7 stencil here. Okay, and maybe turn the brightness down for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to spread the solid paste. So we grab the new tweezers again. These are gonna have to be bent a bit more though, I think, like kind of in to really grab the wire. Just pop that out. And just give it one more blast. I think it's unnecessary, but it works. It was good that we get it up off of the toilet paper there. Let's just slide this around. Just pop this down. Okay, good. And okay. Now let's just clean. Just pop it in the pan. Give you guys to scope view. See the messy tools there, don't you? Let's pop it over. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Just get out the client's board. Turn these out of the way. Oh. Let's get all of this done. And get the power button. Charge flex. Plug in the home button. LCD. And the battery. See, just plug it in to turn it on. passcode written on it. Okay, we booted. Now we're going to go into voice memos. Okay, hit the record, and you can see that's working. Oh, let's go back. Check. Okay, we'll play this back for you guys. It's working. Check. Okay, you guys hear that? Okay, so that's a job done. So there, it's on the battery. You have the lid?
Yeah.
Okay, so just hang on a second. Let me just close it. Okay. Okay, so we'll do up next. So we'll do this. It says TriStar. 6S Plus TriStar. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is so let's just we're just gonna test that it is TriStar. So just give me a second. Let's just I hate the 6S Plus cabling system. It's just oof, such a. I think they took a note out of HTC's book, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is looking like TriStar to me, so that was, I would call that a proper diagnosis, although that's just one last thing, is one time of that VCC got me. So I like to just, alright, so let's get this back out here. Okay, so this device was wet. Switch you guys back to, okay, let me just show you guys why I say that. Okay, so you can see here, there's some liquid here, right? So I'm just gonna peel this back just to see. Okay. So chestnut looks fine, but because I know that that's chestnut under there, and I know that that's a place we should check. You should check anywhere underneath if you see liquid got into anywhere. You should check, especially. Okay, and again, we'll just get a coin. Okay, so here is the culprit. A3. Just throw some content on our Instagram now story. Doesn't look like we've got any awesome things to post yet. Okay. Alright, so let's get this TriStar off quickly. These pads cleaned up. Now, but guys, just drop me a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. It really helps me out. Okay, so we get that off. Okay, we just throw that down there. Okay, and then what we do is pop down some flux. Okay, and just clean up these pads real quick. And I should tell you guys, looks like the iPad is stopped. 20% on 3D tools. So there you go. So that's definitely a NAND issue. Yeah, it's definitely a NAND issue. It really might not be possible to get data off of that iPad. Yeah, it's for data. But you know, we're gonna do a little more investigating. Maybe we okay, we can get the new chip to put in there. Okay. So we replaced the A3 with an A3B, which is a stronger chip. Oh my golly. Okay, it's good enough. Just come in. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can see that chip move like that, and move, and it's going to move again. Okay. And we're just going to check it. This down. Change you guys this view. Again. Here is. Just pop it back into this. Oof. Okay, let's just cool it down a little bit more. Okay, so to cool it, just put it in the fan there. So now, yeah, I have. Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna test it now. Okay, so it looks good on the ammeter, and looks good here. Okay. So this one didn't get sent with a battery. Oh, it did. Okay. Okay. So just make sure this one charges good. Well, you do that with all of them. So. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna mark this done. Well, I mean, when you put them together, you know. Mhm. Okay, it looks like we have another audio IC up. Okay, okay, so we're going to get back out. So let's switch you guys back over to the microscope here. Let's use this. This. Right, hold there, but okay. Right, full and 4 NC pads gone. That's what I like. Still a very nice pose. You can see all of the pads are very uniform. This is a very, very perfect pull, but I would rather slide it a bit, okay, and have those ground pads flat on this one, on this particular job, Audio IC iPhone 7, because I want to have the early pull on this because I know the risk to baseband CPU is great. Although I've never had an issue myself, thankfully. Yeah. Um, Geez, these NC pads here are super weak on this device. Hey, this one's been really abused. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's run the jumpers now. I'll just see. So, down a bit. Looks good. Maybe in a little bit. Yeah. These are great $5 tweezers, I gotta say. Turn up our micro pencil.
I know it's an issue. They never open
Who said it's NAND? I think I wrote NAND on it. They said it's a TriStar, but I can tell it's NAND because I updated it. I went to update it, and the screen turned green in like crazy colors. It's so cool. So yeah, a lot of guys just run the one, and I did run just the one for a while, but it's just so quick to run all four. It just doesn't make sense, and better to make the product better than just say, oh well, it doesn't matter, and then maybe you have a return on it or something. I don't know, but I wouldn't want to deal with that. So it's just so quick to deliver the quality.
I don't understand how I can take battery out.
Okay, so okay. Just a little Instagram post if you guys don't follow me on Instagram at iMicroSolder. That's where I post most of my stuff. Okay. So, iPhone 7 audio IC. There we go. Get out our. Oh yeah, I turned down the brightness for you guys a little bit. Okay. So that's pretty cool. You can see which ones got the paste and which ones didn't get the paste.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And put away the TriStars from 6S Plus. Go ahead, do your thing. I'll be good here for. I got 3 more to work on.
No. I have to.
Get stuff ready to ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
know what to ask her, and that's it.
Okay. Okay, so a little more flux. So much flux. Okay, I think we're good. Let's put it with the TriStars. Let's get out Irene for this fan. Switch your eyes back to this fan. Dead battery. Alright. Well, there's our battery then. Okay, let's go to whoop. Voice memos. Continue. Okay. Alright. Check it, check it, check it! Check it, check it, check it! Okay. Done on this, another one done. Alright, and dead. 6S plus that's dead. So let's see what happens with the 6S plus that's dead. Okay, so we're just gonna stuck it to no 150, 220. Stuck around 220. Oh, 0, 220. Okay, so take the sticker out. Okay, so stuck on around 220. I know to be a TriStar issue. So put those TriStars away. Isn't that funny? We need to get them back out again. Okay, so this is a dead phone. Switch guys back over to the microscope view. Okay. So let's just get this out. Sorry guys that so far we haven't had anything super exciting, but we will. If you stick with me, we will, because it's just another day in the lab. So again, process is a little more flux. Oh, it's fuzzy. Okay, pick up the old solder. Okay, oh, put down more flux. Okay, get out the way. Okay, now, TriStars. Okay, we're good. This we pop this into the fan, put it down, and get out the screen that was sent. Okay. Let's see if it'll turn on now. Oh, let me show you this. So I gotta get you guys on the view. Well, it's turning on now. If you guys don't know about that Marvin Gaye, that Inner City Blues. We're stuck around 500 now. Are we around 530, 498? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so you can see now we're in the device. Okay, we've got touch. Okay, good. Okay, let's get a, we gotta get at least one thing for the Instagram. To increase sound. Okay. Subject to. Okay, now we've got one that is, this has grayed out Wi-Fi. Texas. I can't pay my Texas. You want to my hands? Yeah. Okay, so, okay, so first what we're going to do is let's just throw this down. Okay. So I'm just going to clear the underfill. so just okay, we should be fine. Okay. Go over the surgery. Okay. So we lost the pad there. It's okay. Could have been a problem to begin with. Okay, let's see. See what that is, anyways. Here. It's going to require a jumper. We're going to see from where. Just before we move on. This would be one of the rare times that I open up. This is 6 plus. ZXW, just to see where this jumper is going to go. Real quick. To the other side of the board, test point. Okay, so that's fine. That's going to be a pretty simple jumper. Let me just show you guys where it runs from. Just actually runs from right here. And you can see that's just going to be a short right to there. So that's just going to be pretty straightforward. Okay, so we might now get out the Weller. This one is the Weller now. Throw down some plugs here. I'm just going to make this all look fast. Okay, so just put the Weller down. Just going to melt some soda to my tip. Okay. Just gonna go these piles here. Okay, let's be gentle there because there's clearly some impact over here. Okay, now let's see what you guys see. also, see if that'll help scrub away the. There we go. Rick really does help scrub away the underfill sometimes. Really does. Alright, so now let's come and clean this stuff up. That's somewhere. Okay, so we're pretty good now. So let's now just gently clean. This I'd say we're pretty good. Just want to send these pads while I'm here. Okay, so now we're gonna run our jumpers. So first thing we're gonna do is this one. This one you can see we're lucky it's just right here. Just put a bead there. Good enough. Okay, and then let's go to the jumper. Let's get our pencil. Let's run our jumper. Okay. Cut the jumper. Okay. Now for our other jumper, we're not going to be able to use wick. We're going to be able to use coated wire. Okay, that's what we're going to use because we don't want a wire that's not coated where if it touches anything, it can make a problem. Okay, so a little flux. Okay, and on the pad, get the wire. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out the UV glue. Okay. The X-Acto blade. We're gonna hold down the wire and put some of the glue. The glue is just gonna make the wire stick there. Okay. So what we're gonna do is come in, move the microscope over. Okay. Just hold it down. Okay. So we're just gonna let that cure. Sorry, I'm just Wi-Fi jumpers. Okay, so now what we'll do is get out two tweezers. Okay. Okay, we cut the jumper. Boom. Okay. Now this one, we're gonna clean up the flux a bit more. Okay, then we're gonna hold it. And once we're satisfied that it's in place, we're gonna put a little more UV glue down. Okay, while we're at it, just a little bit right here. Okay, so now just gonna cure that. Okay, we'll put our UV glue away. And the razors. And the glue on the desk. And the glue on the tweezers. Okay. Put all that stuff away. Now, stretch a second here. So my neighbor brought me some cookies yesterday, and Mighty fine cookies. My bad. Oh, sugar. Very thoughtful. All right, so I was up because I wanted a Wi-Fi module, right? Okay, so I'll get down another jig. Isn't that funny? What's in the jig is another Wi-Fi module, but to Samsung. Okay, so I'll show you guys that. Just a second. Pardon? I don't hear you. Something else happened? Well, you should go and do something else now instead of just keep watching TV. How about that? Huh? I'll let you watch a little bit more, but then, no? Okay, then go do something else. That's even better. Okay, so now we are going to pop off this Wi-Fi module. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, what's happening?
Look at him.
Hi. What did I just step into? You guys want to see what I'm doing? I have it on the screen here. I'll just make it bigger. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. So this is Wi-Fi on iPhone 6 Plus, and I need this for another phone that I'm working on. So I'm just taking this off right now. I'm just cleaning this underfill away from the sides. And then I'm going to take this little flat tool here and pop it up. So I'm going to take this and put this on toilet paper. So this is when you want Wi-Fi. What do you use? iPhone? What do you have? An iPhone? No, iPod Touch? No, iPad? iPad. Well, if I take this out of your iPad, you will no longer be able to connect to the Wi-Fi network at home or anywhere. Okay, but this one's actually rather. Oh no, not that one. This one's pretty cool. This is Wi-Fi from a Samsung. See all the stuff you can see inside. So this stuff is inside of that one, but it's covered. It's cool. You won't get those Wi-Fi bars if you don't have that. Okay, so we'll just turn down the brightness a little bit so you can see better. I'm just gonna tin up these pads and then.
What are you doing now? Reading it?
Just you see these pads here? They're not shiny.
Yeah.
So I want to get some solder on them. They're oxidized. And then once I do, then I'm gonna make nice shiny solder pads there.
Where's that liquid?
There we go. Okay. So then.
We had to catch up on more to this game.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. Okay, so this is the stencil that I'll use. Okay, so then I'll put some solder paste. I have some on here now, but just put a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, that's what actually I was thinking. Like Sean was saying, because like a lot of the roads you're saying are like.
Okay, just spread this down.
He's talking to us and he has a bunch of people. Not fine though.
Oh, no, no. Okay, then just hold this down. Turn our air temperature, our airflow down.
So I asked for Colombian. And then Lisa, no, Lisa just came up with us. And we're like, Colombian I thought she was buying it pack. She wanted us like a month worth of Colombian.
Okay, so here comes the magic.
Oh, look, there. Bubbling up.
Oh, whoops. Moved it. See if I can save it. Probably can. Better just do that again. Just give me a sec. Okay, so we just had a little bit of movement there, so it's fine. Let's just do that again. Just do that thing.
I heard you.
Okay.
We'll trade Brittany for the baby.
Being traded for babies over here.
Doesn't
Okay,
make
so
money.
let's.
Okay.
We make no money and that one makes all the money.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe Jackie will do super cute videos of it and then.
Yeah.
Got a flux in this one here. Let's just get that out.
All our neighbors made us. Why are you? We're gonna go back downstairs because I need a shower.
Okay. Okay.
That's it again.
Okay. Okay, so you guys can see those are very nice. We're just going to reset them now. Okay, let's Let's reset them. You guys can see probably the one ground is a little bit low. That's going to be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get the orientation set. If you guys have any questions, just fire them away in the jammy here, or feel free to give me a like. Somehow we've kept 4 of you watching. I don't know how. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's just spread down some flux here now. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just want to check the orientation. This check. Look good. Okay. Oh, right. I wanted to take a photo, didn't I? Okay, there's a quick photo for Instagram. Okay, it's going to be good. Okay, should be good. So this random bit of solder on the side. Okay, good. And also, I want to replace this. Looks like this will touch IC, doesn't it? So let's see if our Wi-Fi is no longer grayed out. In fact, we probably just need screen. Six S. No, this is a 6 Plus. Isn't it? Okay, let's get an iPhone 6 Plus. And then maybe we take a little bit of a break. We've got some family over, and Jackie will get all the other things for the night prepared. And just put it on. Just take it in there. Let's get you the out of scope camera. Okay, while that boots up, just oh boy, listening to tech videos while I'm fixing is painful, painful, painful. Keep on pushing. Boy, oh boy, iPhone 6 takes fucking forever to boot, doesn't it? Can't stop now. Give up. A little higher. Some way, somehow. Okay, so now our Wi-Fi is back on. Got my strength. Don't make sense not to keep on pushing. Okay, of course we don't have any of the antennas hooked up. So if I can find my phone, which doesn't have a SIM card, because why would it? Because it almost never does. Pushing. Someday I'll reach that higher goal. I know I can make. I could. I look beyond it. What's that I see? It's not my SIM. Where the hell is my SIM card? Where's my cell phone case? Oh, this is quite constantly a problem of mine. I lose SIM card. That's why WhatsApp is probably the best way to get a hold of it. Well, let's just put it into the. I was told that this phone had a signal issue as well, and I do see it. Let me just put it back into the housing because I do see it actually go to searching sometimes, and sometimes no SIM. So I'm gonna get a full check on this bad boy. I really would like to find my SIM card. It helps, when I want mobile data when I leave the house. Which reminds me, I gotta take my middle one to tutoring also soon. About half an hour, gotta get her out to tutoring. Oh. How many times a day that camera tips, man. It's just crazy. Okay, let's see here. On. What the hell? That was great. Wi-Fi grayed out. That's just gonna give that a little touch of heat, I think. Usually I would take a break by now anyways, so I think I'm quite overdue for the break. Huh? I love when my clients send me messages asking me if a name of their client phone is done, and I'm like, what? What phone do you mean? Didn't even have a damn name on it that I saw. I don't know. What phone is the paper phone? You mean the painful phone? I think I'm still working. The painful one. The one that you told me for 2 weeks. The iCloud is turned off. And I keep checking, and every time I do, it's not. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? We're gonna hang up a couple of things here that need to be hung up. Huh, Wi-Fi's grayed out again. Alright guys, well we're gonna end there. We're gonna get the little one ready for still picture. Yo, what up? Thanks man, we did Paul. I am going to be back to finish this and some others. Just give me... Is there any info on this? No. Just update it real quick, just see if that's going to make a difference. I mean, I don't think so because I had Wi-Fi. So I don't think that... This phone's just all jacked up right now. Gee whiz. It's had a Touch IC done. It's got no Wi-Fi and keeps popping out in and out of searching. But you know, I'm just gonna set it for update anyways, and I'm gonna go regardless because I gotta get her to tutoring. All right, good to see you, Paul, and I will